Hello and welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming. Today we're checking out the weekly adventures. So we have a 1.5, a 2, and a 4.5 star adventure. So let's see, for the 1.5, game start, all players start with 3 spell mana. So this is pretty much going to be good for pretty much any champion, but I think the champions that'll probably best be able to take use of this will be the ones that have a spell that they are generating every single round. Being able to start off and use that right away will be pretty nice. So some examples of that, we have Annie, Garen, Ornn, LeBlanc if you're not at 3 stars, Veigar if again you're not at 3 stars. So all of those champions, you have a fleeting spell that you are generating, and it also costs mana if you're, for some of them, not at 3 stars. Lee Sin, Master Yi, all of these have a lot of spells that they are wanting to be using, and so being able to start the game and already have the mana to play that would be pretty nice. Again, pretty much any champion will be able to take use of this. For the 2 star, we have round end, grant all units 2 power. So this is grant, so this is a permanent buff, and then pop goes the puff cap. Round start, plant a poison puff cap on a random card in the player's deck. So again, this is a pretty good power that just about everyone will be able to take use of. People that will be able to help the most will be units that you're wanting to keep on the board for a long period of time, and especially if you're going to go wide with your board. So some like Garen, Bard, Tahm Kench, a lot of these decks that have scaling units. This might be especially good for Bard, as it may count for his level up. These don't always count, so we'll have to test that out and see, but might help Bard level up a lot faster. Really though, you can take use of this on anyone. I would just recommend trying to get Overwhelm, so you might want to use Troll King's Crown since your units are going to have a lot higher of a power, which that'll be good. Also, just consider going wide with your board, having a lot of units. Try to get to that 6 units if possible, or 5, since the more units you have on the board, the more you're going to be benefiting from this power. So consider that while you're playing, and maybe grab Overwhelm. You should be good to go. For the 4.5, we have Noxian Might rank 2. Each round, the first time the foe summons a unit, grant it 4 power and Overwhelm. I believe this is the same effect as Darius, his 3-star power, so that's interesting. Nothing but Powder Monkeys. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Monkey, and then Vicious Enemy. So pretty nice group of powers. I don't think we've ever seen the enemy have this before. So one thing you're going to need to be aware of, this is a permanent effect. Grant it 4 and Overwhelm. Really, you're going to want some units with, or a deck with a lot of removal. Ones like Annie, Jhin, Veigar, Ashe, Leona. All of those either have a lot of removal or a lot of control. And so if you're using one of the control decks, especially Ashe, try to take out these units. So with your challenger, or making the enemy vulnerable, because if you don't actually remove the units, they're just going to stay on the board and keep getting more and more powerful. This should be a pretty fun venture, also rather difficult. It is Fiora, and she can be a bit of a pain sometimes. But again, best champions for this will probably be those that have good removal or good control. I think my personal pick would be Annie, as she offers a good amount of both. Potentially you might want Jhin, but then, you also have Veigar, Ashe, Leona. They could probably control the deck pretty well. These units are going to be fairly scary. Also being able to stun the Powder Monkeys so they couldn't attack or frostbite them also be pretty nice. Definitely let me know what you guys think of the new weeklies. Seems like it's a good mix of some challenging encounters and then some powers that will be nice that everyone can utilize. You don't feel like you have to play a specific champion. Let me know down below what you guys are playing. I hope you'll have a great day.